Welcome back, everybody. How was everybody's week?
It was okay.
Doing pretty good.
Is everyone ready for the clusterfuck that's about to happen?
Sure, I even brought along the trash can.
I brought along the matches for the trash can.
Well, as long as Emily has the lighter fluid, that's all that matters.
Well, I mean, human hair is pretty flammable. I just figured I'd set Hartley on fire while she was in the trash can.
I'll just toss in some C4.
Okay, so this is the start of a new adventure, but it is a continuation. So, where we last left off, you guys, Maral, Che, and Jones had been teleported away with the entirety of the planet. Nar, you were in the crew lounge and you saw the planet just vanish. I have no idea what Hartley was doing.
Attempting to read a book. Since she doesn't like books.
No, she's determined to get back on that console on the bridge. So she's been reading training manuals and stuff so she can do better and prove that she can go on that bridge.
By touching a book with a 10-foot pole because she can't stand books.
Well, I mean, if it's a training manual, it probably has lots of pictures.
So, picking up where we left off, Jones, you know that the planet, the energy battery that the planet has been depleted. It is currently charging. So,
Che, what did you do?
Access the console. This is apparently an automated process. Or some form of defensive process?
Is there any power left on the console? And can it tell us where we're at? And what just happened?
I check for this.
okay. So, according to give me a control and security check. 2 successes, or I need 2 successes.
With 3 dice because I have computer expertise.
Yes. Oh, then I'm sorry. I need 6 successes.
Well, too bad. I got 3.
Kidding.
Bank the extra one is momentum.
I will. Okay. So, you have been able to access the console. You have been able to discern that what happened was an automated defense.
In response to what?
In response to an alien life form touching the panel.
Yes, that was in fact an automated response to any foreign life form, alien life form touching the con. Do you think that would have happened if a bird landed on it?
Are you asking that out loud?
Yes.
Quite possible. That is, if the council was active. And I believe this is what the Tholians were after.
Oh, they are going to be so mad.
Do we realize that we've been teleported somewhere?
No, as far as you are aware, there was just a crap ton of earthquakes.
Okay, then I retract my previous statement.
I tap my comm badge to sit there and contact the Tempest to see if they registered the earthquakes and give us any information.
At this point, the Tempest isn't responding.
So my comm badge just chirps and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Take the comm badge off and scan it for my tricorder. Everything's working fine.
Give me a control and engineering check.
While he's doing that, I'd like to tap my comm badge and try and contact the Tempest as well.
Same thing happens.
Do I get a focus or anything?
No. Okay. Your comm badge is working perfectly.
Looking up at the sky, is it still daytime?
Yes, it is.
Lieutenant, check the console. See if it can give us a reading as to anything past the skyline. As in our current position within the solar system.
Same role as before, Jimmy. Control security, 3 days.
Yes.
2 successes.
Okay. The computer states that it is in the designated home system.
I relay this.
How many planets in this home system does it state there is?
Gonna look that up?
I'm going to assume that's another check.
No,
Okay, I looked that up.
there are 12.
Oh, shit. I think we're in some trouble. Does anybody recall how many planets were in the system when we scanned it before?
I, as the player, do not remember that, but Che would.
I think I said something like 7.
She's saying this is in character.
I know, but I'm
She's
just,
I know, but she's questioning. It's like, you all remember the briefing, right?
Yes, there should be 7 planets in the system, Captain.
Yes, and we're currently in a system that has 12. So, Lieutenant,
That means that somehow this console has spontaneously jumped a planet.
or this planet has somehow jumped a system.
Also, Captain, just so you're aware, the energy battery of the planet is recharging now. It depleted itself.
Yes, that's a good thing for the moment, but now we kind of have more of an idea why the Tholians want this planet. It's not that they have some prior claim to it. It's because of this console and what this battery does. Think about it. If you had this technology, able to jump from one system to another, how fast could you conquer the universe?
Fairly fast. Also, the defensive applications, a home world that literally could not be assaulted because you could always just jump at another location.
True. But the battery takes time to charge.
Che, does the computer have a star chart of the home system so that we might find out actually where we are?
He pokes a few buttons. Do I need to make another roll?
yes.
Okay. Big bucks, no whammy. 2 success.
Okay. The system that you are in would take the Tempest to reach you would take about the Tempest 3 weeks from your last location.
So yes, I bring up the star chat. We are 3 weeks by warp from our previous location.
Josh, give me a reason and reason and con check. And I believe you're going to have a focus. Let me check.
Well, 3 weeks doesn't sound too bad. Could have been worse. Could have wound up in the Gamma Quadrant.
Okay. Yes, you have a focus.
3 dice or 2?
2 dice.
1 success.
Okay. You're not entirely sure why, but your current location is making you uneasy.
I have a bad feeling about this gentleman and lady.
Remember,
I almost pulled a Darby.
Can I go over and look at the star chart and see if there's anything I can figure out by looking at it? As far as, I know we're 3 weeks from where we were, but like being able to name the system we're in or whatever.
I'm looking to see if there's anything. No. So for you, it would just be a reason and con check. Yeah, you have no idea.
Me and my friggin' one in con.
Okay, so cutting back to the Tempest, red alert has been declared. Uh, Darby, you've been told to take the tactical console, but don't disappoint Honorvrin.
What was the last word? Don't disappoint what?
The XO.
Yes, I will do my best not to.
Um, while you're up on the bridge, Honorvrin is speaking with the Tholians and the Shellyak. The Tholians are extremely upset. And Honorvrin informs them that, he's not entirely sure what happened. He can't guarantee that it was the captain, but he's offering assistance in the investigation. Um, so what is Nar and Hartley doing?
Obviously, I have shields ready to go online if need be, but I'm not really powering weapons at this point or anything because we need to stay diplomatic. I'm scanning, looking for the planet or a captain or a signal right now.
Okay. What is Nar doing?
Um, Unfortunately, as a doctor, I don't have much to do right now, so
So then what is she doing?
hanging out, you know, being chill. I don't know.
Being chill. Yep. Captain's
Nar,
gone.
do
Fuck
something.
it.
Do not leave our fates up to Darby's hands.
Okay, fine. I'll take over the cons. I'll push Darby out of the way.
No, you better not.
No? Okay, then never mind.
Why not? Go ahead and do it. Declare mentally unfit. You might have better luck at it. You can multitask.
Fucking Annie Oakley with the phaser. Why won't it extend to the arrays?
You could tell the XO what you saw.
Um, I guess assuming that he's not blind and dumb might be dumb on my part, but I'm assuming he knows what's going on since it's just a whole fucking planet disappeared. Unless the sensors are malfunctioning. But I suppose I'm like, did anyone else see that? Contact XO and see what's going on.
He's up on the bridge, and um, he did not see the planet just vanish. He was actually in his office and was called to the bridge for red alert.
With now that I'm hearing this, and I'm sorry to interrupt. Since I'm now hearing this, can I scan to see if the planet's invisible, or if it's still there, but or cloaking in some form or fashion?
Give me a control and security.
And so it begins.
Three successes.
Okay. Um, it is not a cloaked planet.
Can I bake one of those for momentum? I informed the XO, sir, I scanned to see if the planet was cloaked. It looks entirely like it has vanished or moved. It's not cloaked, sir. It's just not.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Yay! I'm. This is my time to bounce back and get back on that con. I say that out of character.
Uh, at this point, Darby, you see that Onivern goes up to Lomax and the ops officer and whispers something to him, and you see Lomax leave the bridge.
Out of character, I know you're telling me that because it's important, but in character, right now my focus is at the tactical station.
I know. Okay, so Nar, you're down in. Where do you want her to be?
Well, I had been in the lounge at the time. If
Right,
I'm
but
needed somewhere, I'll go there.
it,
Otherwise, I don't think there's much reason.
okay. So as you're still kind of in shock, you hear from behind you. This is quite a pickle, isn't it?
That seems like an understatement.
You know the captain really just went in head first on this. Wasn't anticipating that.
I'm not sure why not.
A person walks up to your side, and you see that it's that Q guy that was in the infirmary.
I had a feeling. She is part Klingon after all.
What do you think they're going to do?
I'm sure they'll figure it out. But, unless, of course, you mean the Tholians. They might be a little angry.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
No?
This is going to be so much fun.
I doubt it, but that remains to be seen.
You doubt it.
Yes, I doubt it.
Well, then I guess I'm just gonna have to show you, aren't I? So, back on the
I don't believe
planet.
I have a choice in this.
Back on the planet. Frank.
Sorry.
Um, as you are dealing with the console, Nar shows up to you in a bright flash.
Just by herself?
Yes.
Guess what guy in the queue now? No.
No, you're not.
Obviously not.
Doctor, how good of you to join us.
It was an unplanned trip, but now that I'm here, I suppose we'll just have to make the best of it. What happened?
Oh, we scan the console to see what kind of power source it has and, try to get information. And one thing leads to another, and boom, we're in another solar system.
Jay touched it.
This device has the most backwards logic defense measure I have ever seen. The designation is far too broad. Any animal that crawled on this console would have set it off and sent this planet warping to here.
I know. And it just so happens a bird flew by, touched the console as it activated, and boom, here we are.
You know that's not what actually happened. I appreciate that you're trying to flatter me, but I touched the console.
I would also like
It's
to
flattering for you as a bird.
I would also like to point out that this planet has no natural wildlife.
We don't know that yet.
Well, we're going to have to come up with something because when the Tholians find out we touched it, they're going to be even more pissed off at
Oh,
us.
I'm pretty sure they know. The whole planet disappeared.
Yes, I know it's the whole planet. We're here. Wouldn't make sense to have half the planet go.
I'm just saying they've noticed.
So how did you get here?
Oh, you didn't see the bright flash?
That could have been anything.
It was Q. You know it.
Oh no, I've spontaneously developed the ability to transport myself over long distances without any apparatus.
Jones does not look amused.
I wish I could say that is the strangest thing that's happened on the ship, but no, it's not.
Of course it was Q. This is apparently what I get for not agreeing that this would be fun, necessarily.
Jay gives a shifty-eyed look from the captain to Jones to Nar.
Did Q come up and ask you questions again?
Mostly he just had some commentary.
So, Jimmy, can I use my tricorder and scan or anything? Like, I want to figure out what the hell kind of technology could jump an entire planet like this. See if I can't start to understand it.
I did say that this technology was associated with the Takana Empire.
Yep, we already know about the technology. We just have to figure out how to work and how to control it.
Well, you don't know the technology. Actually, this confirms a long-held rumor about the Takan Empire, was that they were able to move planets. Okay, so I guess you guys are all still standing by the console.
Yeah, we haven't ventured in very far. It's not safe.
All right, at this point, there's a beeping sound coming from the console.
I step away from the console.
Shay turns around back to the console.
There's a small blinking triangular button.
I walk over to the console and look at it. Does it say what the button is, or does it say anything on the readout?
Um, it is apparently a security alert.
Does it give any indication on what pushing the button will do? Because Shay's had enough button pushings doing bad.
It looks like this button is just connected to the computer readout system.
Shay pushes the button.
Okay, at this point, a holographic display kind of pops up, and it shows the facility, and it says that there is a proximity alert. Something is coming through the atmosphere at a very quick speed, and the computer is projecting it's going to be crashing about 30 kilometers away.
Does the computer identify what it is, or can it identify?
It does not recognize what is coming down.
Well, it seems we might have a visitor.
Or worse, an enemy.
Or it could just be a meteorite.
A bomb.
Yeah, you could
That would be
probably
most unfortunate.
go out and see what it looks like as it's crashing down.
Definitely.
Shay turns to go do this, remarking, Captain, why does it always seem that you always go to the most potentially destructive
I learned expect the worst, hope for the best.
Who hurt you, Captain?
That's good advice, Captain.
Lieutenant, you're going to have to learn that in some cases, as the Klingon proverb always says, today is a good day to die. If you've never feared death, then anything you live through is always glorious.
That doesn't sound nearly Klingon enough. There's not enough phlegm.
I shall keep that in mind. It'll help the third time my family home gets blown up.
She's part Nobla, and she can't do the phlegm as much. What I'm trying to tell you, Lieutenant, is that even though what's coming through the atmosphere could potentially be harmful or peaceful, we don't know. But if you go in there expecting it to be harmful and it turns out to be peaceful, then that's good. But if it's you go in there expecting to be peaceful and turns out to be harmful and you get shot,
At least it didn't surprise you.
it would surprise me. But if I go into something expecting something's going to attack me, then my guard is up and I will come in with the upper hand.
So you're going out to look at the thing as it's coming down?
Yep, with tricorder out.
I will accompany Jay.
I say we all go.
I was gonna say I better go along just in case someone gets injured.
I mean, it would be the fourth time you've picked me up off the ground.
Just don't trip on a rock and break your leg.
Cations always land on their feet.
If you land on your feet from high enough, you'll still break a leg.
This is true.
All right, so as you exit the building, you can see the thing coming down very fast. I need for Che and Moral to roll me reason and security.
Here we go. Doing that reason.
Focus or no focus?
No focus.
Oh, hey, look.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
hey, look. So, Frank, do you have any extra questions you want to ask, or should I ask an extra question?
I'll let you handle this one.
Okay, so
Or do we both think and just let Jimmy get agitated?
Okay, so before you spend any further momentum, let me tell you what you see. Coming down, crashing to the planet, fills you with dread, Che.
All the hackles raise. The tail goes bushy.
It's a Ractithran vessel.
Oh, not this again.
Do I recognize it as a Ractithran?
Yes.
Since I recognize it, I turn to Che and I see that he's gone all weirded out on this. These guys are really starting to annoy me.
I love that they're annoying you. This is the second adventure in a year that has featured them.
Hey, Jim, can you spell that for me so that I can get an image?
Here, I will just look and I'll look for an image because they're a homemade species.
Ah, okay.
Che kind of mutters underneath his breath. I can hardly wait for the 6 more sessions of that I get to visit Zota from this. can hardly wait.
Well, if we get to it before, by the time it lands, maybe we'll catch them off guard and be able to ascertain whether it's going to be we get to take it prisoner or not.
That, of course, depends on which faction of the reptilians this is.
Exactly.
Okay, I put a picture in the OOC chatter.
Do I know anything about these guys?
If you have read Che's file, you would understand why they basically have put him into a state of absolute dread.
No, you don't.
Which also makes sense since last adventure wasn't it established like we've only encountered the Federation's only encountered this species twice.
Hooray! A new person gets to be horrified by the Ractithran.
So, Jay, where's this file you're talking about? Like, I'm looking at your bio, and
Oh,
All right. We know what's landing. Let's get moving.
hi, Captain. Do you need briefed?
I'm unfamiliar, yes.
In short, Ractithran. Only 2 encounters with the Federation so far. Both of them have gone poorly. First encounter, the USS Ptolemaic was set upon by Ractithon raiders, and we lost the ship in the process, along with most of them. They are a carnivorous reptilian species. Prisoner and foodstuff is interchangeable terms in their language. They will eat other sentient species, and their own wounded.
They sound pleasant.
sounds absolutely delightful.
Their species has a very survival of the fittest, might makes right mentality that denotes. Technically, the species is called the Racti. The Thran part comes from whatever family is currently ruling the race adds their name to the back of the species, and the entire species goes by that. Other than that, there's not much known about them. They are strong, they are fast, and they are always hungry.
Actually, Nar, you have the briefest of summaries of the Ractithran because uh, they were the species that Tias killed to close the wormhole.
Right. And then I just need a refresher. We'll retcon that a little bit. Say I could use a refresher.
Okay.
How's that?
Nope, that's fine. Because it was really kind of just like a throwaway thing anyway, so.
And yes, you are now brought up to speed.
Although our second encounter, we kicked their ass.
And really, isn't that all that counts?
Well, we didn't really have a choice, Captain. It was a rescue mission. And they weren't going to let their foodstuffs go.
Yep, but we still kicked their ass.
Well then, I came here completely unprepared.
Q will do that.
Yeah, so it's basically up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this right here. Darby on the Tempest.
Yay.
Hartley, you um
Are getting your butt chewed out.
you're on the bridge.
Do I notice? Did I notice that the doctor's missing again?
No, she wasn't on the bridge.
Okay. And I'm assuming, yeah, no, there wouldn't even have been a intruder alert or any.
So as you were focused on your console, go ahead and give me a presence and security check, please. Okay, as you're focused on your console, you hear from behind you, uh, Lieutenant Hartley, set phasers to kill.
Wait, out of character, real quick. Set phasers to kill.
Yep.
I turn around to see who gave that. I turn around to see who gave.
Okay, as you turn around, there is nobody else on the bridge except for that Q sitting in the captain's chair.
I have. Oh wait, have I met Q yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm because I have very little experience with Q. Um, however, I do set my phaser to stun. And wait, out of character, would I even have a phaser on the bridge?
I'm sure that there's one in like an emergency console or emergency compartment right near your console.
Yeah. I pull out the emergency phaser. I point it at Q. And I ask, and I say this. Shit, what do I say? I say stand down. It is set on stun, though.
Stand down. That's the best comeback you have for me?
Yes. Right now, yes. I wasn't expecting this type of this was not what I was expecting, right?
The whole point of Starfleet is that you are supposed to be quick-witted in emergency situations.
True.
As someone
Man,
who had your job before you, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. They downgraded.
Oh snap!
Oh. Mhm.
He's not wrong though.
Well, someone hasn't really died. Officers haven't really died on my watch, unlike the last security guard. Unlike out of character, rephrase. Unlike the last security chief, I haven't. The officers under my watch haven't. Any of them haven't died yet.
Uh,
None of them, uh, none of the officers under my command died, and you're obviously forgetting Ensign Jones.
I was gonna say, I think you've had like 3 die.
Oh, they were officers.
Yeah.
They were security officers.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was making a jab at the chief of engineering. No, my engineering character that
And technically, the previous chief of medical died during the last Raktathan thing. So
Mm-hmm.
they're equal in kill counts. Thank you. Your
Wait.
points are in back.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's equal in
Point
kill
take.
counts?
Hartley's in the queues.
No.
No, Mike. What wasn't he around when my character died? When my engineering character died?
Yes, but he's talking about security officers.
Oh,
And if you remember correctly, the chief of security on that mission with the food bank where the doctor died was the Bajoran woman who resigned in protest over Frank.
Right.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. So I'm gonna look at Q and I said, so where are we right now?
You're on your bridge. Do you not
Then
even know where
where's
you're
everyone
at?
else? If we're on the bridge, the EXO would be sitting in that seat,
Unless I
and
put them into a penalty box.
He sent them to the cornfield.
Hartley takes a deep breath, puts her phaser away.
You know, because your captain decided that you had to be involved in the whole scenario that we've been trying to prepare this crew for.
What?
Um, I figured that you must be very concerned as the chief of security about your captain.
Very. I've been scanning the. I've been doing the best scans that I can. It seems the planet um, disappeared. I've already determined it is not cloaked.
That is some
So,
mighty fine work there, security chief.
well, it had to have gone somewhere.
So let me ask you this question as the
Yes.
former chief of security. When the planet disappeared, after you determined that it wasn't cloaked, did you consult with Che's science team?
Out of character, I actually was going to, but you switched it back over. Um, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Out of character, Jimmy, would it be me consulting the team or the XO ordering the team to do something?
Um, it could have been either or, really.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like to partake in their fun?
Honestly, it would. The captain did not take any security with them on the mission.
That's out of character knowledge.
Really?
Yeah. You don't
If
know
you
for a
had
fact. You don't know for a fact that she didn't take any security with her.
how
You just
you're
know you didn't. You know you didn't go with her down to the planet.
true, but if you had taken security, wouldn't I have been informed? Me being the chief of security.
Not necessarily.
Okay, then I
You stated it's not your job, and you sit there and stated, if I have to sit there and help change the captain's diapers, so therefore that's out of character knowledge. You don't know.
well, I assumed I would have been
Nope.
informed if you had taken
Nope.
security.
Nope.
Okay, then I retract my statement. I look at Q and I say, I retract my statement. I'm sure while I would love to join the captain, I'm sure the security he has with them is more than efficient enough to protect him.
She.
That is a very astute observation. If it wasn't for the fact that the only people that are on her away team now are the chief of engineering, the chief science officer, and as of 5 minutes ago, the chief medical officer.
The chief medical officer?
The
I'm guessing
Cardassian.
I'm guessing you transported her to the captain.
She doubted that this was going to be a fun experience for them. I had to show her.
Would you like? Can I ask you to take me to the captain, or may I arm up first so I can properly go?
You're armed enough. You are transported.
Ugh. I didn't mean to metagame. I just assumed, me being the chief of security, I would have been informed if you had taken a security detail with you. That's all. I apologize.
Okay, so back on the planet. And now I can stop using Q to ensure that the party is together. So there's an explosion. You can hear it in the distance. What are you guys doing? Realize that you three, Jones, Che, and Moral, all have environmental suits. Nar does not.
Well, that tells us that the atmosphere is okay to breathe now.
So as you're sitting there, I'll say like 5 minutes have passed, and there's Hartley.
Well, there goes the day.
Oh, good. The extra phaser I bought won't go to waste now. No, I'm joking. That was out of character.
I look around to get my bearings.
And Frank, Quinn appears next to you.
Quinn, you're looking cute as ever.
So, Captain, this is going to be fun for the five of you. I'm assuming that the little present has already arrived.
By present, you mean the Ractithran?
Oh, then yes, they did. Now, don't you worry, Captain. As a former Starfleet officer who legitimately went through Starfleet Academy, I didn't pull their ship from the sky. You did.
I wouldn't call it a present.
But it's the best kind of present. It's one you gave yourself.
Wonderful. Is this what you wanted us to find? This planet?
Well, I did say it had absolutely nothing to do with the Scourge. But this is going to lead to great fun. I'm looking forward to how this plays out. As is Amanda, and he looks over at Che. Trelane sends his regards.
Tell him he still activated my trap card. By the way, I do not appreciate this gift.
Then thank your captain. Although technically, it would have been you that did this. But your captain did order everyone to beam down to the planet, so. And the captain is supposed to take responsibility for the crew. So it's her own gift.
So let me guess, by pressing the button? Or this planet just being here pulls that ship out of the sky?
What do you think happens when the starship is suddenly engulfed in a gravity well?
I don't know. I've never been in a gravity well myself, so.
Well, you just saw it. But I should be going.
Before you go, could I ask one small favor?
I will possibly entertain it. Go for it.
Could you possibly just let my XO know where we are?
No, him worrying is setting other things into motion. Good luck, Captain. And he teleports away.
You mean she?
No, Quinn is a guy.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
Fun? Gift? I don't think he knows what those words mean.
I think you cut out there.
Did anybody hear what I said?
I did not.
No.
All right. What I said was when dealing with a Q, fun and gift is pretty much what they see for us all the time.
I concur with Jones. This gift sucks.
Fun for who?
Oh, they think it's fun. And they think it's a gift. And I concur too. This sucks. Let's carry on to our wayward what shall we call them? Fallen enemy. And see if they're friend or foe and go from there.
I think Hartley should take a point.
I agree.
She is the security officer.
So I take point.
Well, seeing that the atmosphere is breathable, I'm going to take off my environmental suit real quick.
Okay.
I'm keeping mine on.
What's Shay doing?
I'll take mine off as well.
Okay. Um, So you're gonna head towards the ship.
Yeah.
All right. So it's gonna take you a while to get there. It is 30 kilometers.
We're all in good shape, with the exception of maybe one of us who can't seem to sit there and I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. But anyway, all of us should be able to make it.
Yeah, this is like close to 20 miles.
And it's more like 30 miles.
Oh yeah, 30 miles. Wait, no. I said it was 30 kilometers. So it would be about 20.
$18.64 miles.
So roughly, if everybody's running at a decent speed, we should be able to make that. Mm,
Well, like 8 hours, baby.
No, less than that. We should be able to make it there in, let's say, average, maybe at a decent pace. We should be able to make it there in like, I don't know, like maybe 7.5 minute miles. Probably in a few hours if we go at a nice jog.
Frank is doing math.
about 4.5 hours. If you're doing a 15-minute mile. Figure at a steady pace. If everybody's running a steady 15-minute mile, you should be able to do it in 4.5 hours.
Okay. So you're all going to run for 4.5 hours.
Well, I'm saying if you could keep up that type of stamina, if you had that type of stamina, you keep that up, then yeah, 4.5 hours, you could run it.
I got
If
this.
not, then you would have to sit there and stop, take a break, rest. It would take you a little bit longer.
Jay can do it. Chase will.
Huh.
Just so you guys are aware, the temperature of the planet, which would be a factor, is warm.
Is what?
It's warm. Like maybe a few degrees off for you, Nar, of being too warm.
Like what? 85, 90 degrees, or we're talking about like 120 degrees?
Let's just go with 105.
Yeah, I got this, man. 4.5 hours. Let's do this.
He says, realizing that his environmental suit will probably crap out about halfway through the trip.
Okay, it's possible that Che could do this, seeing that he is feline in nature.
And has a fitness of 10.
Maral could probably do this, or do a good chunk of it due to her Klingon physiology. Or her I would say her mixed physiology. She might be able to do this, or a good portion of it.
The temperature might not be that bad, or at least only approaching too hot. But I'm not that physically fit enough. But I'm the doctor, not the security officer.
Hello?
Y'all.
No, everyone just cut out for like 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. I've been trying to figure it out.
We have shit internet. There's nothing else to figure out. Can you guys hear us?
Yes,
Yep,
I can hear you.
Okay, then Darby, you obviously weren't hitting your push to talk. I still can't hear you, Darby. I can hear you through the door, but I can't hear you in my headset.
It couldn't be that someone put him in the corner. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Sadly, yes.
Okay, sorry. No, that's how I knew you were talking, Jimmy. I could hear you through my door, but I couldn't hear you in my headphones.
It's because you have nicotine in your ears.
Okay. So out of everybody, Lisa Hartley has the highest fitness. But yes, you are technically slowed down by the slowest member, which would, of course, be Dr. Nar.
Well, catch up when you can, Doctor.
I was about to say you dick, but then I remember your characters, and yeah, that's pretty on point.
Yeah, no, we're not leaving the doctor behind like that.
It's fine. I'll just find a large stick to use as a club.
That's right. You don't have a phaser, do you?
No. She doesn't.
I don't know. I bet Annie Oakley over here could Captain Kirk herself together a cannon.
You just need some
Have you seen
bamboo,
deposits of diamonds?
some sulfur.
Does I'm assuming everyone else has at least a phaser pistol on them, right?
They have a hand phaser, yes.
I give the doctor my hand phaser.
Why?
I'm pretty
Okay.
confident in my hand-to-hand combat abilities, and I fought these with my in hand-to-hand combat before, so I give the doctor my hand phaser to help protect herself. Plus, I've seen how she shoots.
Jay raises a finger and then puts down a finger.
Jones looks over at Jay and kind of shrugs.
Okay. So you guys set off. Considering that Nara is the slowest one, I'm going to factor in it takes about 6 to 7 hours. Because you've also had to stop because the heat has gotten to everyone that isn't from a warm climate.
All that heat.
I believe what Jimmy is trying to tell us that it might take us more than one day to get to the ship.
No.
I don't know where I'd get that idea.
I have
Fortune
no
cookie.
idea either.
You didn't read it in a fortune cookie, did you?
So I'm guessing you guys stop to camp and sleep on the ground.
Sure. Why not?
Are there trees on this planet?
There are trees.
I sleep in a tree.
Okay.
This is unfortunately distinctly very uncomfortable, but I suppose beggars can't be.
Oh yeah, because the Cardassians aren't familiar with discomfort at all.
Don't they sleep on stone beds?
Well, they don't sleep on stone beds, but their beds are considered very uncomfortable to Starfleet personnel.
So I will volunteer for first watch of the night.
I'll volunteer for second.
Jay will take third.
Okay. So you are all camping. Uh,
We also lighted a fire too.
okay. That's not an issue. What are you guys going to be eating?
I suppose this is where Jay realizes there is no food on this planet.
Actually, technically, there's plenty of food for tonight. There's a lot of meat on your bones.
So, Jimmy, this is our assume that Che figures out that there is no wildlife on this planet.
Go ahead and give me a reason and science roll, please.
Thank the success, the extra success.
Yeah, no, there has you realize you have not seen a single bird.
Is there edible plant matter?
That will require another well, let's go with daring and science. And you're going to need 3 successes.
Okay.
Can I?
Can I roll? I have xenobiology.
That does not cover
I have
what we're
forestry.
doing.
That would be xenobotany.
It could still help.
Perhaps.
I have improvisation. Could I help?
That's in regards to engineering. You can always spend momentum.
Quick, Jones, get us some coconuts, some sand, and some palm fronds, and make us a replicator.
I got this.
And that's when I realized it was suddenly Gilligan's Island.
Exactly.
Well, we already know who Gilligan is.
All right, so Jimmy, do I get a focus for forestry?
Yes.
I knew this focus would come in handy someday. I'm going to use a momentum to give 3 dice. And I guess no one else can help me? No aid can be provided?
Since nobody else has a similar background, I'm going to say no.
Damn it.
You do have a point of determination that you can try and spend to reroll.
See, that sounds like a trap. Is that a trap, Jimmy?
No.
Also, shouldn't we get a point of determination every session?
You start with 1, yes.
Okay. Sure, I will use a point of determination.
Okay.
We re-roll then?
Yes, reroll.
What?
Oh shit.
Just no successes.
Okay, so you have not you've been scouring for a little bit. You have not found anything that has any nutritional value.
There has to be something you all can eat.
Hartley.
No. We need nutritional value, not food poisoning.
I mean, if you just want food poisoning, you might as well just suck on those acidic mushrooms.
Mmm, yummy.
I mean, there is plant matter. Some of it has to be edible. It doesn't necessarily help me, but it can help all of you.
Okay, at this point, I will let somebody else roll. Daring and science. Or actually, no, it would be control and science for you because you have to rely strictly on your tricorder.
Does my xenobiology focus come in here?
No.
Okay.
I will totally
What about my genetics focus?
do this.
Mm-mm.
Am I allowed to do this?
Yes.
Also? Okay. You said control and science, right?
Yes.
Can I jump on the bandwagon?
Josh, I will let you roll a d20 if you want to assist Nar.
Sorry, I was putting away a dish. Did you say Josh?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll your control and science.
Okay.
There's 3.
Awesome.
Okay.
I roll 2.
I know, but she was the first person to get 2 successes, so I figured that if Josh was able to assist,
I was just saying I rolled. I didn't get any acknowledgement. That's all.
you didn't find anything.
Josh. Still, you can at least acknowledge that I did something.
So you finally managed to find uh these, I won't say leaves. I'll say it is a fungus.
Fungus is good. Fungus has protein.
So
Hope everyone likes mushrooms on their pizza.
mushrooms. Um okay, so you so you're camping out, you're eating the mushrooms. First watch. That's you, Matt, right? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hear you. Yep,
Oh,
just
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Matt?
So, anyone that said anything in like the last 30 seconds, I didn't hear because I accidentally pulled my headphones out of my computer.
Oh, okay. So your first watch, right?
Correct.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a presence and security check, please. Okay. Um so as you are relaxing, you can hear footsteps in the distance.
All right, I will wake the captain and Hartley. Gently and quietly.
Okay. So Frank and Darby, you are both woken up.
Seeing that the captain's awake too, I realize it's probably not my shift yet since I volunteered for second watch. And I whisper, "Is everything okay?"
Can I tell what direction the footsteps are coming from?
Um, they're in between your camp and where the ship crashed.
Someone's coming. There's footsteps coming from the direction of the crash.
I go and wake up Che and Nar quietly.
Che feels a pebble whack him square in the face.
Right up the nose.
Which is the only way I can think you could wake a man in a tree up quietly. Okay, no.
It's clearly not morning yet. What's going on?
Seems we might have company. Be ready. I let Che know what's going on. I ask him. Ask him if he can see anything in the distance.
Okay. What do I roll for that, Jim?
Um, let's go with insight and security.
To success.
You rolled fitness.
I misclicked. Does it matter because they're both 10?
Okay, well, since they're both the same number, I'll let it slide.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so off in the distance, you can see there's maybe about 3. They're keeping very low to the vegetation. And it looks like they are moving to flank.
Okay. Che quietly, aided by gestures which might not be seen in this amount of dark. Wait, we started a fire, didn't we?
Yes.
So yeah, you can see Che gesture for 3, low, and flanking.
I go back and let the others know what's going on. That we have 3 people coming. They're laying low to the ground, and that they're trying to flank us out. go around our flank side.
Out of character, were we sleeping in sleeping bags or just on the ground?
Just on the ground,
Just on the
Darby.
ground.
You,
Okay, I had a plan, but if we're not using a type of sleeping bag or something, it's not going to work.
where would you have gotten it? This away mission wasn't planned for you or Nar, and it wasn't supposed to be a long-term thing for them.
Yeah. No, I was just asking.
So I would like to move out of the firelight and take cover behind a rock, a tree, something like that, that's more in the shadow.
She also moves similarly in history.
Okay.
I hide behind her inside of a bush close to the direction where they're coming from. Since I'm going to try when we ambush them, I'm going to try and be as close to them as possible.
Well, my trailer is full of rattling noises right now, thanks to the wind.
Nar, what are you doing?
I'm readying the phaser I was given.
Are you hiding like everybody else, or are you just gonna stand in the center? And Annie Oakley this bitch up.
No, I think I'll follow everyone else's lead, despite the fact that obviously I don't need to.
Amateurs. All right, so
Hold on. Using my tricorder, can I get a fix on their position?
if you use your tricorder, they will know where you're at.
Okay, that's a no then.
You should let Hartley use the tricorder.
Hartley doesn't have a tricorder.
I know.
I wasn't given time to prep.
Frank should give Darby the tricorder so that Darby can use it and they'll know where he is.
Give Hartley yours.
But mine's special to me.
Because it's his.
Likewise, mine's special to me.
I mean, I suppose it's better to give it to Hartley than to a certain other member of her.
All right, so as you're all sitting there waiting, the three Raktathran leap out and fire at the entirety of the radius of around the campfire. So where you guys would have been sleeping,
They just hose it with energy fire.
yeah.
Well, now that we know that they're a foe, once they land, we fire back.
Well, y'all fire back. After y'all are done firing, I start going hand-to-hand combat on one.
Out of character, we could remember we learned last time we could capture them. If we capture them, we basically own by the rules of their society.
Well, Jones doesn't know that. I would
No,
like
Jones
to
doesn't
fire
know
him then.
Then again, attempting to stun one is what got the captain captured last time. So
Yeah, it's not like we have a containment cell either, anyway.
true enough.
Okay, so you're all going to leap out.
Can I fire from cover?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this a little bit differently because I really don't want this to be bogged down with combat. At least in this particular moment in time. Are you stunning them or are you killing them?
I never stated how our phases are set, so I'm going to say our phases are set for kill.
So yours is.
And I suggest if we're going to fire from cover, we kind of do it like the whole, whack-a-mole does, pop up, pew pew, and then pop back down. Next person,
Okay,
just do it like that.
Moral is on kill. Is anybody else going to join?
I'm on kill.
Unless Nard changed her, when I got transported to the planet, I had stated while I aimed at Q that mine was set on stun. So unless she changed it, it's set on stun.
What about Che?
Che remembers what happened last time, and also sets to kill. I mean, they did just hose our entire campsite with laser fire. It's pretty clear hostile intent there.
Okay,
Attempting to stem them the last time didn't go so well.
Okay, so essentially what I'm going to say happens is they leap out, they do their cover thing, and everybody just kind of takes their turn to blast them out, and you kind of caught them off guard. So you took them down.
I grab one of their phasers or weapons.
Okay.
So there's a total of 3 of them, right?
Yes.
Well, since they're dead, I grabbed one of their weapons too. They don't have a use for it. Do they have anything else of use on their bodies?
Yeah, that's what Che was going to ask as well. He checks them over with tricorder.
They have communicators.
Do they have any foodstuffs?
No, but their stomachs are full.
Of their kind or other kind?
Other than the phaser, other than their rifle weapons or pistol weapons, do they have any other type of weapons?
No.
What weapon did I grab from them?
It's an energy rifle.
Oh, okay. Is it the same as a phaser type 2, just 8 damage? just in case I need to know this?
You don't need to know what damage it does.
Oh, okay.
So, Nar,
Mm-hmm.
what is your reaction to the 3 dead bodies?
Was that really necessary?
Well, Doctor, if you ever saw these Racti in action, you would probably think otherwise and agree that yes, this is necessary. Besides, they tried to kill us first.
Very well.
I
I
mean,
was just under the impression that standard Starfleet operating procedures was to incapacitate. If I was incorrect, then please don't. I am an observer here.
you're not incorrect. I would incapacitate them, but what would we have to hold them? Their physical prowess, I would say, is pretty good. I've been in a fight with them and they can hold their own. And since we have nothing to restrain them with, and they shot first, it's self-defense. I was ready to try and at least ascertain if they were friendly first, but their actions show they weren't in a mood to talk.
You can tell from the combat, from their communicators, that while you can't be specific if they are from the Thran dynasty, you know they are allied with the Thran dynasty.
Besides, these 3 are at least allied with the Thran dynasty, and the Thran aren't friendly.
However you justify it is up to you. As I said, I'm just an observer.
Well, if you feel I made the wrong decision, you're welcome to write that in your report.
Oh, I write everything in my report, and of course I will be completely neutral in this. You are correct. They did fire first.
I will,
I'm just trying to.
I will stay neutral in all of this. The bitch killed them.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand the operating procedure of the of my hosts.
I'll give you some context on this. The second encounter the encounter we had with the Raktathran, we found them on a planet that we were investigating, and they had prisoners that they sit there and took, Starfleet personnel of a ship that they attacked unjustly, no provocation, other than the fact that I believe, how do they put it, Lieutenant? You guys entered their space And how many people are out of your crew got away from that area? You and what was it? One other person?
Myself, crewman Chazines, and I'd say around 20 of the entire complement of crew.
Yeah. So we tried to rescue those people. And as we tried to get some intel to find out how we could do that, we watched them kill somebody that we could do nothing about. Just outright kill her for no reason other than just utilize her for food. So, yeah. If I have to sit there and shoot a Thran versus talking to them, I'll shoot them. There are other factions within the Rakti that are a little bit more pliable and acquiesce to talking and being more diplomatic, and I will pursue that option. But the Thran, they can burn in hell. Shall we continue on to check out their ships, see what we can get from it? If there's anything on there that we can use to contact our ship?
I'll lead the way, sir.
Since no one else picked up the third weapon, I'll pick up the third weapon before we leave.
Um, so you all continue on.
I agree. Starfleet is batshit crazy. They strapped 2 warp cores in together and threw them into the sun just to see if it moved faster.
Not to mention that Kirk guy. Gosh. Fucking whore.
All right. Um, so you are continuing on. You haven't gotten much rest, so you're not completely feeling rested.
Well, no, I mean, we're going to rest first, but I meant, we're going to continue on our trek to their ship and check it out. But we're going to go back to resting first.
Okay. So then I guess during second watch, which is Darby's.
Yep. Are you going to need me to roll anything?
No. During your uh during your watch, the one of the communicators uh makes a distinct sound, and then you hear Volkrathran report.
I immediately wake up the captain. Gently.
Poor Frank.
What is it?
Their comm badges are beeping. They said Volklathran.
Volcra.
My bad. Volcra report, sir.
Wonderful. Why couldn't they just be 3 of them?
Because that wouldn't be fun.
Does the comm badge go off again?
Yes. He wants to know whether he wants a report, and he wants to know whether or not the light source they saw was anything.
This could be good, sir. This could mean their ship has power and we can use it.
No, it means they've got their, we don't know how many's on that little ship, and
Oh,
they're not going to be happy with
it
it.
wasn't a little ship. I just said it was a Raktathran vessel.
I hate you, Jimmy. This is all Quinn's fault. How much time has passed since everybody's been back to sleep?
Say a few hours.
I'll wake everybody up.
Okay, so everybody, you're woken up again.
I immediately grab for my weapon.
Yep, ready the phaser. What's going on?
Well, it's about to get more complicated, people. This little ship that had these people on it is about to sit there and, well, it's just a small ship. And it looks like the bigger ship is about to come this way.
I never said the ship that crashed was a small ship. I said it was a Raktathran vessel. There was no mention of its size.
Size is important.
That's what she said.
She did say it.
For
Because I
for
just did.
for reference, the Raktathran vessel is about the same size as the Tempest.
Oh, holy fuck.
Wait, it's the size of what?
The Tempest?
So it's a whole starship. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's a whole starship.
So this just turned into one big game of hide and go seek, huh?
So anyway, what are you guys doing?
Okay, so now we have a change of plans. Looks like these three right here were a scouting party. So let's hear some strategies and suggestions.
So has anyone in character relayed the relative size of the ship to the rest of us?
Well, everyone saw the ship as it was going down.
How
Okay.
big was it? How big did it appear when it was going down?
It had at least as many decks as the Tempest did. So at least 18.
Captain, it is my personal opinion that we should retreat back to the facility and do our best to fortify it.
How long? Wait, never mind. I can't. That would be metagaming. I apologize. I retract myself. I look at the. I look at our. I look at Che and I say, Che. Um, we were able to transport here. Is there a way we can transport back?
The facility takes time to charge. It's possible, but we probably drained the power supply with our jump.
Is
We
there?
weren't able to ascertain how long it takes to charge.
So there's a battery recharging then, or some type of power source that can recharge it. So,
The power source is the core of the planet.
oh, so that
Worrying about teleporting this planet is not a strategy or an option right now. Because if we do, we take the Raktathran with us. We need to worry about defending ourselves and figuring out how we're going to deal with combat if it comes to that. Not teleporting this planet.
when you were inside the facility, was it just one big open place, or were there hallways that maybe we could funnel them through and reduce the danger of them out overpowering us, or basically make their numbers useless?
So, Jimmy, we really only saw that room, and that was the only thing we had access to.
Yeah, because you guys didn't go fully into into the facility.
Was there an access to go deeper into the facility?
Yes, there was.
Potentially. We didn't get that deep before the defense mechanisms triggered.
If out here, if they come out in force, we can be overrun for sure. But in that, I agree. We need to retreat back to the facility. At least there we might have a chance.
Okay, douse the fire. I would say take the comm badge so we can listen to their comms, but they might be able to track that. So
They might, but it also might mean a method of communication with them.
take one comm badge, destroy the others, cover them with dirt as best as possible. We're not burying them, we're just leaving them here. Let's move. We're heading back to the facility. We got a lot of ground to move across. It's dark, and who knows how soon they're moving out to come track us.
So you're heading back to the facility?
Yeah. I'll take point. Hartley, you bring up the rear. Doctor, you're in the middle.
Normally, I would argue, sir, but I think this is best.
No, normally you wouldn't argue. You're going to follow orders. You're bringing up the rear.
All right, so you head back. Since it's cooler, you guys are able to move a bit faster. I'll say it takes you 5 hours to get back.
Okay.
All right, so in the facility, what are you doing?
Let's explore this place deeper.
Dirty.
Is there something that we can use? Is there like a door or anything that would close off the main entrance to prevent them from coming in?
There's a security door.
Close security door.
Okay.
And then, like Chase said, we're going to go and explore deeper. Really going to sink our fingers in deep.
Jimmy, remembering the lesson of the Ferengi from first session, is the security door locked?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so heading into the facility. Thank you, Minion.
Before we go in too far, can we check the computer console to see if there's any type of security measures as to what they consider alien species other than the people who created all this technology?
Only the Khan are not considered aliens.
Is there any way to get like another species added to the database?
You are not entirely sure.
Well, checking through the computer systems and subsystems, is there anything that would sit there and give us access so we could at least that would show us or give us that information?
Not in the initial room that you guys were in. You're gonna have to go deeper into the facility.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going deeper into the facility.
Sir, should I wait out here in case they decide to come while y'all are down there? I could act as an early warning.
How far down do we have to go in?
Um, Not very far. I mean, it's not like it's not like it's the obelisk where it goes down miles. Uh, there might be two sub levels. It's just the facility is expansive.
So it's all one level?
No, no, there's probably about two levels above the ground and then two below. But the facility does connect all the way down to the planet's core.
Yeah, go ahead and stay here.
Yes, sir. I will let you know when they get close, or I can hear.
All right. So what is Hartley going to be doing after they leave to go into the facility?
Um, she's going to be patrolling around the main area. I'm not touching anything. Um, that monitor that Frank was looking at, like that, I'm gonna be paying attention to that, seeing when they get close to the station.
Okay.
Mostly, I'm on full alert.
All right. Uh, so facility. What are you guys looking for in particular?
Main computer.
Okay. So, uh, go ahead and give me a daring and con check. I'm gonna need one success.
Any focus?
No. Okay. I will say that you found uh, the main computer core fairly quickly. What are you trying to do?
Um, checking the computer, see if there's any way we can access the system and one add in our species so that way it recognizes us without saying that we're a foreign entity and set the defenses on us. And after that, then basically go through the computer and see what the computer tells us about what this facility is, does, and what we can do, and maybe even see if there's any food replicators and stuff like that.
Okay, there are no food replicators. Um, the purpose of this facility was to test the moving capabilities. However, I'm going to need you to give me a control and security, and I'm going to need 4 successes to change out or to add species to the security protocols.
Okay, I do have computers. So that's like what, 1 and 4?
No, you only get 2 dice to try and get 4 successes unless you buy dice with momentum.
Jay, you want to assist on this?
I should probably lead it considering it's a computer action, right?
Well, I have computers too.
Do you have the talent computer expertise?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you get 3 dice as well. Yeah, I can assist on this. I'd still recommend using some of our momentum.
Yeah. So, okay, so we each spent 1 momentum then?
You just want to buy 1 die?
That'd give us 5 dice to roll 4 successes.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what? So then that increases me to what, 1 and 4? 1.
1 and 4. Okay, you got it. What species are you adding?
It'll only let me add 1 or multiple.
Since you got 1 additional success, I will say you can add 2 species.
Okay, I'll add Chase in there, and then I'll add mine since I'm accessing the console, since I'm accessing the system.
Okay. So you've added the Klingon Denobulin and the Cation. So, computer readout pops up showing status of the station. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Status of the the core being the teleporter being charged. What else the facility has, like maybe defenses, stuff like that, scanners.
Okay. As far as the battery charge for the teleportation device, it has another 12 hours before it's recharged. The facility does have defenses, but 75% of them are disabled due to age.
All right, so this was a test facility. Do they have any emergency medical supplies that I can find out if they're still viable, just in case?
There are medical supplies.
That's good to know.
Okay, what about like food and stuff like that?
Um, it the computer informs you that uh, there are essentially what are like emergency rations. Um, However, the 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 vessel that brings the supply is currently like 365 million days past due.
Could you put that like in years?
100,000.
I pull up a schematic of the station.
Sorry, I need to step
And
away for a few. I'll be back.
Okay.
okay, and to look to kind of give us an idea of what each room is in the facility, so we have a clear layout of as to what we're looking at.
Okay. There are plenty of labs here and cargo bays.
Cargo bays. Interesting. Okay. So we'll start checking out the labs and cargo bays. And since the weapon systems are disabled due to age, who knows, maybe we'll find some repair parts in the cargo bays and we can fix them. Who knows? So, for defense system, does the base have a shield?
No.
It does it have sensors? Let us know when something's coming or anything like that.
Yes.
I turn that on.
Okay.
So this way, if the If the Racti head this way and they come within the range, come within detection range, we know.
All right. At this point, that comm badge makes a sound again. To the meal, to the walking meal that killed my men. Know that I will get vengeance.
If you guys are talking, you're breaking up so bad that I can't hear anything.
Uh, can you hear me now?
I can. The last thing I heard was the comm badge makes a sound again.
Essentially, what you heard was to the meal on legs. You killed my men. Now I'm gonna come kill you.
Nice.
And so is your introduction to the Ractithran.
Wait, what was that, babe?
And so is your introduction to the Ractithran. I tap the comm badge and respond back in kind and go, well, seeing that I killed your men, they obviously weren't fit to survive. And you should be thankful that I took care of them for you. Because by your rules, if you're not fit to survive, you're food. You're welcome for the free meal. Second of all, your free meal shot first. They obviously were unprepared, unskilled, useless, and inferior because they died.
I'm back. Who are we dressing down?
The Ractithran that's contacting us. He threatened to get revenge for killing his people.
Gotcha.
I was going to make your death quick. But I think I'm going to enjoy eating your face off first.
Oh, I've heard that threat so many times before from your kind. That is very tiring, very old. I swear, you guys use that all the time. Is this is something you guys write down and rehearse? Do you look in a mirror and just practice this threat? How about this? Since I'm not coming after you because you're useless free meal came after us first. You know, they shot first. I killed them. That's it. End of story. I'm not seeking vengeance, but you are.
But
So,
I am.
yes, you are. So, how about this? How about you just leave and we'll call it at that? But I know you're not. So, you know, if you want to pursue this to your death, which is what's going to happen anyway, then by all means, you know, be that way about it. But stop threatening to eat my face. Because the last person that threatened that, I beat him into submission. He was defeated, and I let him live in defeat, in shame, and he was a Thran. So chew on that.
Oh, I'll be chewing on a lot of things.
Klingon diplomacy. Get it? Because they eat people. Ha ha ha.
What you have done to other Thran doesn't matter to me. You killed my son.
You should have taught him better. He gave away his position. He was sloppy. He didn't deserve to live. By Thran standards. If
But you are not Thran.
I fought according to your standards. A lesson taught to me by a Thran. I fought by your standards. If you're not fit to survive, you're dead. He didn't survive. He was not fit. Accept defeat.
Shots fired.
I accept that you will die quickly. I also accept that whoever is with you, because I know there is more than one, they will serve their days in a food bank. And I know that you have just opened the door wide open for us to declare war on the Federation. Thank you, Commander Morale.
You know who I am. Who are you?
I am Kalwathran,
Doesn't ring a bell.
nor should it.
Then how do you know who I am?
You cost us a food bank. You just confirmed your identity by mentioning Tokrathran.
Oh, was he your brother?
No,
A son?
no.
No, he was useless anyway. He deserves to be food anyway. He was a coward.
You will not find me much like him.
And it's you don't have any cause to sit there and open war, to declare war on the Federation.
You executed 3 of my men.
They shot first.
You are supposed to stun them.
Their weapons were set to kill.
Prove it.
I have the weapons.
Prove that it was set to kill. I'll wait.
Oh, you think I'm going to come out there and meet you to prove it?
No. But I expect that you will not be able to find out what the settings are on that rifle.
Oh, you don't know me very well.
You're a terrible detective. Or you do not hide your true intentions very well.
I don't try to hide
Or your
anything.
motives.
I don't need to hide my motives.
Then access the rifle.
And you don't know who I have with me or how many I have with me.
I think that also goes for you as well.
And remember, you're going against the wrong people. None of us will be a part of your food bank. We will either destroy you or you will destroy us. There will be no prisoners here.
We'll see. I mean, you are not going to be one. But
Neither will any of my crew.
I'm going to work them enough to where they are stringy just to prove you wrong.
Pray that I kill you in combat. Because if I don't,
I kill you.
no. If I don't kill you and I capture you, you will wish that I would have killed you. Because I will lock you up.
We shall see. I hope they're young, the people you're with. I hear that those cadets were wonderful. And he closes the channel.
Finally, someone shut up.
Well, it's going to be a wonderful fight.
That was the stupidest pissing contest I've ever heard.
And that is the Ractithran for you.
Anyway,
we have some labs to look at and some cargo bays. So let's go look at those labs and see what we got.
At this point, the proximity alarm goes off.
I think that might have to wait.
Turn on defense batteries.
Okay.
I mean, whatever's working, might as well use it.
Um, so it does start taking out the Ractithran that are out there. However, internal defenses have activated as well. And guess who they're targeting?
Oh joy.
And I think this is where we will leave it to be continued.
Alrighty then.
I just want to say for the record, I'm using Darby as my meat shield.
All right, I'm going to play the outro and then we can chat.